Welcome to King's Corner. I'm your host, Christian King, and I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. And today on the show, we're going to be talking about Giannis versus LeBron, because tonight at 10:30 Eastern, you have the best Eastern Conference team versus the best Western Conference team. You got the Bucks, Lakers, 53-8 Bucks versus the 47-13 Lakers. Now, this game's going to show us a lot of clarity, because I don't know if you guys have heard, LeBron's starting to get into his role, starting to get ready for playoffs, and Giannis is doing the same thing, but Giannis has been playing at a playoff level all year. LeBron's just starting to pick it up, but he's been averaging 11 assists a game, which is the most of his career, to his credit, but he's starting to really pick things up on the scoring end. Even though some people might say that Giannis is the MVP as we speak right now, I will say this: I think LeBron can close the gap. And the reason I say that is, when you watch LeBron play, is there anybody else who can do what he can do? Ball control like a point guard at 6'9", dunk like a power forward at 6'9", which we've seen before. But one of the most underrated things about LeBron's game is his scoring. Because you go around the league and all you hear is, LeBron's not a scorer. LeBron's a facilitator. He can't score. Or LeBron doesn't have it in the clutch. LeBron's not this. LeBron's not that. And it's actually very sad to hear, because on every single team he's ever been on, he's pretty much been the closer. And I know a lot of people are like, what? He's not been the closer? What? 2003 to 2010, I would like to ask the people who do not say LeBron's a closer, who's the closer on the Cleveland Cavaliers? Or 2010 to 2014, outside of that one shot Ray Allen hit, who was always having the ball in the late game situations? LeBron. Okay. 2015 to 2018. On the Cleveland Cavaliers again, who was the main ball carrier at the end of the half or at the end of the game? LeBron. It's always been LeBron. And I know I'm going to hear, but Kyrie made that shot in the finals. Okay, Kyrie got the shot, yes. But who made the clinching free throw that ended up putting the Cavaliers up by 4 with 6 seconds to go? Oh, that was LeBron. You won't ever hear about that. Or you will hear about the best block I think I've ever seen in my life on Iguodala that LeBron made. And I remember watching that game, and I don't know, but I remember when I was 6th grade, I'll never forget, everybody was like, the 73-9 Warriors are going to demolish the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I said, LeBron's going to win. And everybody looked at me like I had 3 heads, and the only reason I always said they would win was because the year before, the Warriors were the same team. The Cavs brought them to 6 games without Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. And you didn't think that in a 7-game series, granted the Warriors were playing better than they were the year previously, you didn't think in a 7-game series the better team would win? Let me just get this elephant out of the room right now. If LeBron really wanted to try in an 82-game season on some of his best teams, you don't think they'll go 72-10 or 73-9 or 74-8? They would. But as LeBron was saying the other night, he doesn't care about the MVP award. LeBron cares about being the greatest player of all time. And he still thinks he still has some room to grow. And even though he did say on his show, uninterrupted, he believes he is the greatest player of all time. But he does know, and not in everybody's eyes is he viewed that way. So he's going out every single day trying to prove everyone wrong. But this year, it wasn't that way. This year, he wasn't trying to prove he's the best player in the world. I mean, he was. But another thing LeBron was trying to prove, he's not washed. Because all you heard from March 27th of 2019 to September 14th of 2019, you heard this one statement. LeBron got injured. He's going to get injured again this season. Or LeBron's not the same player. That groin injury messed with him. Or LeBron's going to fall off a cliff. It's not LeBron. LeBron can't do this. And the whole time I was just thinking to myself, no, LeBron can do it. It's LeBron. He's always proved people wrong. But I also got to admit I was wrong at one thing. January 23rd, I came on here and I said, LeBron's not the same player. Zion's better. Luka's better. Trey's better. And I was dead wrong. LeBron still is, and probably will be for the next 3 years, the best player in the NBA, and necessarily I don't think it's close. But let me get off of LeBron. Let's go to Giannis. I can say I don't think it's close, but every year, every game, every season, Giannis climbs up this list, and he's making a shorter and shorter gap between him and LeBron. And the reason Giannis is able to do this on a consistent basis is Giannis is Giannis. If the Bucks really wanted to strike fear into their opponents before games, as one of my friends told me before, and I 100% agree with this, I think they should start making a chant. Could you imagine a whole crowd, you know, at the Chiefs games, how they go, whoa, 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 with their fake pitchforks in their hand, but it gets the whole team going, the whole fans going, and it gets the other team a little nervous? What if at Milwaukee Bucks games, the Bucks started going, Giannis, Giannis, Giannis? I'm telling you, that would strike fear into opponents, and it probably wouldn't even resound in a good thing. Because you hear that name, you hear Giannis, Greek freak, you know darn well that's a big man. And when he's coming at you full speed, you saw Steph Curry in the All-Star game a couple years back. He got on the ground and covered up like he was a bomb. Giannis possesses things I don't think I've ever seen out of a player before. He's finessely amazing. He's dominantly amazing. And it's crazy how the other NBA players don't view him like that. I think James Harden's view, even though I disagreed with it at the time, I think that's probably how a lot of players view Giannis, because they think he's 7 foot, everything comes easy to him. But if they really watch Giannis play, that's not it at all. Giannis lets the game come to him. He doesn't force himself into the game. Unlike LeBron, where LeBron goes and gets his own bucket, Giannis is an off-ball player. A lot of his shots are in the paint, getting passed to. And when you hear people talk about Giannis, they think of him more as a point guard. Giannis doesn't really dribble that much. If you watch Giannis, he's more of a post-symmetric player. I call Giannis more of a 3-5, and what I mean by a 3-5, he's more of a small forward / center, because he can play small forward easily, dominates it when he does. And he can ball control a little bit, just enough to be a small forward, and he can pass phenomenally. That's what makes Giannis Giannis, but you could also put him at big man. When Giannis goes to big man, it's absolutely amazing, because when he's marked up against Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee's and the Karl Anthony Towns and the Anthony Davises, it's phenomenal, because he does exactly what Zion does, except he looks a little bigger when he does it. He bullies him. But it's actually mind-boggling, because you have a guy, Giannis, in 2014 when he was drafted with the 15th overall pick by the Bucks. He was 6'8", 175. People thought that was the stupidest pick in Bucks history. Why would they do it? He's never going to even be a good bench player. Giannis proved them wrong his rookie year. Came in, averaged 6.5 points per game. For not even going to be a good bench player, that's actually phenomenal for a bench player. I would love to have a player come off my bench and give me 7 points a game. And then the next year, and I couldn't believe it happened when I saw it, because in 2016, Giannis grew 3 inches. He grew from 6'8" to 6'11", and he even bulked up. And then over the years, Giannis just bulked and bulked and bulked. Think about this. He went from averaging 6.5 to 13.5 to 20.5 to 23.4 to 27.4 last year to this year averaging 30 points a game. His current trend shows you that probably in the next 2 years, if he starts to get his minutes in, he's probably going to end up averaging at 1 point, 34 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists. And I think once he gets there, LeBron will be on the bottom half of his career, but he'll still be a top 5 player. But that leads me to my final point. Who do I have winning tonight? The only reason I'm going to say the Lakers win a very close game, 111, 109. And the reason I say Lakers is it's in LA. The Lakers don't lose a lot of games in Los Angeles. But it's also a pick'em game, because if the Lakers lose, I wouldn't be shocked. But if the Lakers win, I also wouldn't be shocked. But I wouldn't be shocked if I see Anthony Davis come out of his shell and start to dominate like he did the other night. And another tendency with Anthony Davis that you might see, and I wish I covered this earlier because I could have affiliated on it more, Anthony Davis doesn't play good against great teams, and I don't know what it is. It's like he gets scared, while LeBron always comes out against the great teams. But I wouldn't be shocked if tonight Anthony Davis shows everyone I can play good against a good team. And this will be the night Anthony Davis proves everybody wrong, especially what I said yesterday about the Pelicans maybe winning that trade, and says Lakers won that trade and it's not necessarily close. I'm going to show everybody tonight I'm the best player on this Lakers team. Even though nobody will probably believe that, he probably thinks that. So thank you for watching this episode of King's Corner. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.